Season's greetings from Tech24. I'm Rebecca Bowring. Coming up in the programme. Forget mansions, yachts and private islands. These days, stars are investing in tech. So who's found a partnership that reaps rewards and whose startups aren't yet off the ground? Immerse yourself in a 3D world with Sony's futuristic visor. Watch videos and play games in surround sound. We'll tell you if it's really like a trip to the movies. So you've got a great idea, a business plan, a website. All you really need now is some capital. So who do you ask to back your venture? Well, you could do worse than going to Hollywood. Stars of the stage and screen are increasingly investing their riches in the tech sector. Getting the right celeb linked to the right product can prove a lucrative outcome for all. Can't it, Eric Olander?
It can, actually, but also we don't know. So let's start with the grandfather of all of this, Ashton Kutcher, who, of course, is a celebrity in the United States, TV, movies, the like, and he's become something of an internet celebrity as well. He had this, if you call this, very famous showdown with Larry King as to who would reach 1 million followers on Twitter, back in the day when 1 million was considered a lot. So Ashton Kutcher started putting money into some very high-profile projects like Skype and all these social media, Foursquare he was in as well.
13 since 2007.
Exactly. So he's been very aggressive. Now, here's the big question. Is Ashton Kutcher really that smart? Possible. I don't know. Or does he have a team of people, of money managers behind him who he's making these decisions with? So celebrities oftentimes are not who we think they are. They're personas of who we think they are. And in the case, just as they are in the silver screen, they also in investing as well. So we don't really know if Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, Ashton Kutcher, Bieber himself, all are that smart and they see the future of technology, or again, if they've got a money manager who's guiding them and saying this is the best place to invest.
Let's focus next on Lady Gaga then, the queen of all personae. We don't know what's real and what's fake when it comes to her. Has she gone a bit Gaga, though, to put her money into yet another social network? She's got a 20% stake in Backplane. Was that a good choice?
Well, it's hard to tell if it's a good choice, in part because a lot of these startups are not public companies, so we can't see their finances. We don't know. Social has a lot of buzz, a lot of popularity. Some think it's a bubble, and the arrival of all these celebrities is maybe a confirmation that it's in fact a bubble. But the fact is, for someone like Lady Gaga, who's worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars and who has huge earning potentials in lots of different media, between $5, $10, $15, $20 million, that's really chump change for someone like her. And what she needs to do, and her money managers need to do, is find ways of growing that money. You're not growing it in a bank. You're not growing it in treasury bills. You're not growing it buying Italian debt. Well, you actually might buy Italian debt, but you certainly are buying it in French debt and American bonds. So where do you go to make money? And so startups has been one of the places that institutions have gone, and now stars are going.
And she also went to Zynga, didn't she, to push her products and created a Gagaville. That seemed to me quite a savvy idea.
Well, this is what's interesting, too. So a celebrity can not only invest money, but they can also give something sometimes more important than money. What every small startup seeks for everywhere is recognition and publicity and that visibility, because you're one of millions that are out there trying to get your attention. So that is something that a celebrity can bring. Now, obviously, Zynga is very, very popular, but Zynga has a problem, though. Outside of Farmville, Zynga isn't that popular. So it has a couple really high-profile games. So bringing in someone like Lady Gaga to raise awareness from some of their other products can be a real benefit for both the celebrity who likes the visibility and potentially has a financial interest in it, as well as the company that benefits from the exposure.
Now, I want your predictions about 2 more stars. Justin Timberlake, of course, known for playing Sean Parker in The Social Network. He's been putting his energy, and indeed saying his creative vision as well, into MySpace. Can he help turn its fortunes around?
Well, from what I'm read, and I don't have any personal connection to this, Justin Timberlake's actually a pretty smart guy. So does he have the business sense? He's apparently been involved in MySpace now in the strategic business part of it. Who knows if he's going to be that smart? MySpace really has no real expectation in the marketplace that it's going to be able to take on Spotify. It may be able to carve out a small niche attached to Timberlake's, identity and persona. That might give it some visibility and some awareness. It's an uphill battle, though. The music business is very, very tough. He does have an ability to possibly raise more money for the company and gain it some more visibility, but it's an uphill battle for them.
And just briefly, we have to talk about MC Hammer. I don't know if he's mad. He's going up against Google and Bing with this new search engine of his. It's supposed to be a deep search, isn't it, which brings up relational results.
MC Hammer. Who would have thought that this guy comes back from the grave? I bet you most of our audience doesn't even know who he is. He flamed out so long ago. So
we should check out Hammer Time.
So yes, we should check out Hammer Time. Google MC Hammer and you'll have a good laugh. So now here he is back for, what, his 18th life, you know. He was a celebrity, then he was a preacher, then he was broke, then he was a reality TV star. Now he's a tech investor. Now, apparently he's done this relational search. Listen, there are a lot of tombstones out there for people going after Google. It seems, again, but all startups seem like long shots by definition. So just because Hammer Time is involved with it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad idea. It means that the odds are really stacked against you, and there's no way to tell the influence.
So will Wire do get past the beta phase? That is the big question. Thanks for that, Eric. Stay with us. Test 24's next. Sony says it's the next stage in personal entertainment. It also looks a little bit like something off the set of Star Trek. Eric is plunged into a 3D world with this Sony headset. Eric, I can't stop laughing at you. Your nose appears to be squashed under the weight of that thing.
This thing is...
What can you see?
If you were one of the, and I hate to say this, but if you were one of the unlucky few to get this under the tree, I don't know. Okay, so this is the HMZ T1. This is Sony's kind of latest effort to try and, you know, make something happen. Sony invented the Walkman, and then they missed the boat for the past 25 years on being pioneering on products. This is their effort to try and recapture that space. Is this really annoying talking to somebody who's...
It's really strange.
Okay, so I'll continue for a little bit because I want to point out some things, but they're trying to capture this portable video space. So what this is, it's a high-definition theater that you carry around on your head. It really looks kind of strange, to be honest with you. It feels...
How does it work? What does it connect to?
It connects to this box. So this is really, shows you the inelegance of this product, okay? So what it is it connects to this box. This is actually a 720p high-definition theater inside this little screen here.
And it's heavy?
It's about 3 times the weight of an iPod sitting on your nose.
Oh dear.
So if you imagine sitting this for about 2 hours, you know, 2.5 hours watching a feature film or playing a game, that can get kind of heavy. The quality of the sound is also a big, big disappointment. But here's the problem though. It's clunky. This is really what you would think would be in the labs of a prototype, and I think this represents some of Sony's larger problems, that they're releasing products that Apple would never in a million years come close to releasing. This is not ready for prime time.
It's 800 euros.
800 euros to look like this. And so, I mean, imagine if you're sitting next to somebody on a plane.
Way to look a bit idiotic.
But it would be great if these wires would go away. We don't need these wires anymore in this day and age. So
I think it's fair to say that that one has not passed the Eric Olander litmus
I don't think
test.
it makes you look very kind of. They said it's like the Minority Report.
Keep it on. Keep it on till the end of the show, okay. Eric. Thank you so much for taking us through all of that. And thank you to you for watching this edition of Tech 24, this special festive edition. A reminder to become a fan of the show on our Facebook page. It's /Tech24. We end with a little commercial trick that's just about everywhere at this time of the year, and that is product placement. All I want for Christmas, croons Mariah Carey, is you and a 3D games console made by a big American brand, which Justin Bieber has just gone shopping for. Ho, 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 we know what you're up to. See you again next year here on Tech 24.